once again, we are joined this morning by the Bible Belt Mystic, and we also have one of our favorite guests on the show ever, Okie Sutton. Right here.
Fred Winfrey.
Now, Leslie Draper is actually going to be reading Okie and kind of getting a sense of what Okie's thinking. So this is interesting. So have you ever done this with animals, like been able to kind of read?
It's a regular part of my ministry, is communicating with animals and helping their owners understand things that their fur baby wants them to know.
Okay, and I know, Emily, you've probably been dying to know.
Well, and I really want to know where he grew up because I got him at 5 months and he was a stray, and that's all we know.
Yep.
I like to imagine him on a farm, but...
Okay, so how does this work?
No.
Okay, you are going to get your mind right.
We're gonna,
Good
yes,
boy.
you are. Yes, sir. Well, you know, basically energy is energy. So just like we communicate with loved ones in spirit, we can communicate with our pets by creating that energy connection and then interpreting those messages. Sometimes our animals communicate in pictures. They show us things that they want us to know. And then other times they might be able to show us like messages or signs or things that they want. They can sometimes communicate in words depending on that animal and its vocabulary.
Okay.
So they can tell us things that make them unhappy, make them happy. They can tell us things that they need.
So go ahead. What are you feeling right now?
I'm unhappy with this crate.
Okie.
Well, Okie's a very, very good-natured boy. He's very happy. He is. He's very loving. He describes his birth family and one that he says that he had about 5 or 6 siblings that were born at the same time that he was. They stayed longer with, the mom than we typically separate puppies from their parents. And so he had this really strong sense that family was forever. And so he stayed with all of those siblings and parents, and it was a rural place. I don't see farm per se, but I do see rural. I see dirt roads, I see country. He can show me those things. And so then what happened was they decided to start taking the siblings. He said I wasn't chosen first. Other siblings went first, and then, which might be, something that kind of bothered him at the time, that people were leaving and not staying there. Yes, we've been doing energy work on Okie's belly this morning because he was a little anxious, and that has created a little bit of a release situation. But it's okay. It's all good. So anyway, he was adopted to another family, and he ran. He was trying to, in his mind, run home. He thought he knew the way, and he ran, and that's how he became a stray.
Really? How does he feel about Emily?
That's his mama.
Aww,
that's his mama. He's very well bonded to Emily. He loves her. He doesn't have necessarily separation anxiety, but he likes it when everybody stays together. Like if we're going to be together, he wants us to stay. Everybody stay in the same room. Everybody, stay close. Everybody stay together. Nobody leaves. We're a group, and so he kind of gets used to the people that are with them. And then he might not like it when one of those people leaves, whether they're a member of his family or not. So even when we were in the waiting room, people were coming in and he'd go, "Oh wait, you're leaving? You're leaving? Right, people don't leave. We all stay right here." So he has that sense of family going on where he likes his people and he likes them all to stay together.
Can you tell past lives like you did with us?
Absolutely. Let me see.
I want to find out mine.
Past lives are very interesting. You were?
Emily was in the Olympics.
He was a rescue dog. He says, I was a rescue dog. I was trained, and I would go into places where there were disasters, and I would find survivors, and I would help. He said that was a short life because it was a dangerous life, but I was a rescue dog. And he may have a tendency to run, by the way. He shows me a lot of him running freely in open fields. So if the wind hits him...
He just looked at me right then. He's like, yeah, Mom.
If the wind hits him just right, he may just, not to run away from you, but just that feeling of freedom and exhilaration, because that's what he shows me a lot. Freedom, and just running as fast as you can, just, feeling the wind, feeling the freedom.
About the dog part.
That's what he does. Yeah.
Well, Leslie, thank you so much for reading Okie. I know that Emily's been wanting to know. So, and for more on Leslie and how she can help you, maybe read your pet, you can go to BibleBeltMystic.com.
Yeah.
Say bye to Okie.
Say bye.
She's like,
bye.
We'll be right back.
where's Lett?
I was in the grips of an addiction.